you ready to transform your income streams, amplify your earnings, and pave the way to financial freedom? Well, here with details is Heath Falzerano, and Heath is the owner of Naturals2Go. Can you kind of tell us what Naturals2Go is?
Absolutely. Well, and I love how you started that, and I totally agree with you. I'm biased. So we're in the healthy vending. A lot of us associate us to the franchise space. Our technical term is a seller-assisted business opportunity, but we're in the business of helping people start, run, and grow a business in the healthy vending space.
Healthy vending space. The two things are not computing in my mind. What does that mean?
Same for me. I remember back toting our children around from event to event and looking at all the choices that were available in vending machines and not knowing that there was companies actually around that taught better choice vending. I happened to come around the company Naturals2Go back in 2016 and hear this craze of healthy vending. And what does that really mean? And really, it's just an opportunity for people to start a business in the vending industry, unattended retail, self-service, as we sometimes call it, to provide better choices to the community with really world-class service, support, and best-in-class equipment. So,
but we're not talking apples and oranges in the vending machine, right?
Apples, oranges, salads, sandwiches, you name it. Anything can be put in vending machines nowadays. It's one Google and you'll find out there's probably 5,000 different things that have fit in a vending machine, from crabs all the way to Doritos.
Oh, wow. What are some of the benefits of being an entrepreneur in vending machines?
You know, I think what it is, we're living in this day where people want a little bit more choices in their life. They don't like being held to corporate America. Corporate America is fine, but to be able to have choices to do something, whether it's on a part-time basis, maybe you want to build it to where it's full-time. You know, this is a really interesting world for entrepreneurs nowadays because there's a variety of options to choose from. And I think being able to build something that you can, you know, build for yourself, but also, you know, pass off to your family or children and or sell it if you want to. It's just, we just have that space. This is really an entrepreneur's world nowadays, especially in the franchise space. I see it becoming exponentially interesting to the public.
Mm-hmm. Now, when you're talking franchise space, do you look for specific traits in your franchisees?
Well, you want the right people. You want the people that are coming in to understand that it's a business, and a business is something that you have to work. I think, you know, that's a really responsible way of making sure we're getting the right candidates that can run a business. There is no pie in the sky, get rich quick opportunities out there. They don't exist. The beautiful thing about the space we're in, I think that's a little different than others, is there's no brick and mortar. You know, there's no restriction on where you could do your business. And, you know, the employee really becomes the vending machine. And we don't even consider ourselves in the vending machine business. We actually consider ourselves in the people business that happens to be in vending, but our employees will work 24/7 around the clock. We just go and shine them up, collect the money, service them once or twice a week, maybe sometimes more with other machines.
So instead of vending machine, you're thinking what, self-service retail? Is that how you classify it?
Yeah, really, that's kind of the new term. I think it's gone in cycles, right? Vending has its space where you picture what the vending machine person might look like. Some people will coin it as unattended retail. Really, the self-service spot has come more recent, probably with this AI injection of grab and go micro markets and kiosks, and even as much service from the pantry service side that we've also encompassed into our business. But yeah, self-service. I mean, people can do it on their own now. They don't need someone with them to go to a vending machine. They don't need someone with them to go to a micro market and grab something, scan it, and go. So yeah, self-service is really a kind of a newer term, probably latter than unattended.
Yeah. And I've got to ask, I mean, I think of vending machines and I think of big cities or airports or someplace where there are lots of people. What if you live in rural America and there are not a lot of people? Are there still opportunities for your line of work?
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's such an interesting question. We get this all the time. We get this from our staff even still that aren't really fully entrenched into the market share of what vending really is. I mean, there's just about 7 million vending machines in the United States right now, and that's comprised of about 17 to 18,000 different owner operators. So really what that tells us, there's a lot of mom and pop vendors, maybe that own one machine, two machines. The leader in our industry really only has a market share of about 2.5%, 3%. And that's saying a lot. Market share is abundant, and that goes for rural spots too. I mean, you talk 7 million vending machines, and all the 50 states here, that 48 internal, you're not crossing over any water or traveling way up in the Northwest. There's a lot of opportunity. So machines are everywhere.
So are there opportunities for other folks? Because I'm sure folks at home are watching going, this sounds like it's almost too good to be true.
Yeah, I felt that when I first started looking into this opportunity. I actually remember a time when I first got involved, and I'm up in the Buffalo marketplace in upstate New York, and I remember I got a phone call from a gentleman, and he found out that I was in the vending space, and he thought I was actually selling the machines, but I'm actually an owner operator. That's how I got started, and we were just talking, and he said, "Well, welcome to the world of vending." And I'm thinking in the back of my mind, I'm like, wow, I better ask this guy where he's at so I don't run into him. So the first question I asked him was, "Hey, how many machines do you own?" And he said, "About 250. And I said, "Whoa, okay." I started with 20. And I asked him, I said, "You're going to have to tell me where you're at so I don't run into you or step on your toes." And he laughed at me and he said, "Heath, you couldn't run into me if you tried." He said, "There could be 300 of me just in Buffalo with the same amount of units." So when I think of that question that you asked, this opportunity is really designed and built for so many people, people that want to do something just part-time in conjunction with their current work world. You don't have to quit what you're doing, which is fantastic. People love that. Or people that want to take this and replicate their income and beyond. We have people that run four vending machines, and we have people that run 700-800 vending machines and micro markets and office coffee service, et cetera.
Do you have veterans that are interested in this space? And do you have veteran opportunities?
Yeah, absolutely. We have a huge military following, huge. We actually have someone internal into our company that supports veterans in vending. He heads up our Vets in Vending program. His name is Brian Fury. We typically have, and we'll do a count every training. We do a training every 6 weeks. We bring on about 45 new business owners every 6 weeks, and we do a count of the different veterans. We always have veterans in our class. There isn't a class that I can remember in the last 5 years that didn't have a current or former veteran in the class. I believe the record amount of years service in one of our training classes of 40 people was 137 years of military service amongst all the veterans that were new business owners with Naturals2Go. We have a huge military following. Wow. They do really well in this business.
Yeah.
They understand systems and discipline. It's the military.
It's quite impressive. Now, Heath, I don't want you to go away because I've got some more questions for you, but we've got to take a little break and we'll be right back with more from Heath Falzarano. You say that, Heath. Falzarano?
You were doing great. It was very phonetical.
Heath Falzarano with Naturals2Go. We'll be right back with more.